By this point, almost everyone has heard something about the chaos in Florida's housing market. Prices exploded in 2022, sparking bidding wars and dominating national headlines. But somewhere in 2024, everything shifted. And what we're seeing now isn't just a downturn. Florida's markets aren't simply crashing, they're outright imploding. This isn't a gentle pullback. In many regions, the scale of the drop already rivals what we saw in 2008, and the trajectory suggests things could deteriorate even further. And no, that's not an exaggeration. Behind the shiny reports and curated statistics lies a story collapsing in real time. And that collapse begins inside Florida's condo sector, ground zero for this entire unraveling. Here's the reality. We've talked about this before, but today I'm going to walk you through the official numbers and then the data the numbers don't show you. Because while the headlines suggest Florida's condo market is correcting, the truth is it has already blown past a correction. It's collapsed far deeper than the media is acknowledging. Look just under the surface, and the picture is an outright catastrophe. Start with the official data. Zillow shows that the typical condo in Punta Gorda has fallen 26% since its peak in August 2022. That kind of drop is enormous. Percentage-wise, it's already approaching the national collapse we saw during 2008. But many people brush this off, saying, well, prices are still above where they were before 2020. And yes, that may be technically correct, but it completely distorts what's actually happening on the ground. The way the data is presented hides the severity of the decline. Take the speed of the fall. In just the past year alone, condo prices in Florida have dropped nearly 15%. If that pace continues, official prices will sink below pre-2020 levels within the next 18 months. But even that doesn't show the whole picture, because there's strong evidence that the collapse is already much deeper than these charts indicate. Over the past year, I've highlighted dozens of specific units as examples. Many of those same condos, unsold and bleeding price cuts last summer, are still sitting on the market today. Take this neighborhood, for instance. Months ago, we looked at a unit once valued at $710,000. By August, a similar condo nearby was listed for $450,000. Even at that reduced price, not a single buyer stepped forward. Now the estimate has dropped again to $430,000. That's a 40% fall from the peak. And the true value may be even lower because these units simply aren't selling. They're sitting, being pulled, or stuck in market limbo. That alone shows the official numbers aren't capturing the full extent of this freefall. And then you look at the few condos that have sold. Those reveal just how brutal the damage is. Here's one example that's downright shocking. A standard 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo from the 1980s. Nothing special. Back in 2002, it sold for $122,000. Over the years, its value bounced around, and by early 2022, it was estimated at about $320,000. A couple of weeks ago, it sold for $127,000. That's a 58% collapse from the peak, essentially selling for the same price it commanded nearly 25 years ago. A quarter-century of value erased in one transaction. And if you think that's cherry-picking, try it yourself. Go to Zillow, search Punta Gorda, filter for sold and condos within the last 3 months. What you'll find are the rare sales that actually reveal the true level of decline. And there's more. For instance, this unit just went for $180,000 after being valued close to $400,000 in early 2023. That's a real 55% drop. And if you're thinking, maybe Zillow's estimate was off, we have proof that sellers genuinely believed those high valuations. Another 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo sold a week ago for $250,000, but earlier this year in April, it was listed at $342,000. Sellers are still pricing as if the decline isn't real. It took 3 major price cuts before that condo finally moved, a 35% drop just to get a buyer. You can blame insurance increases, hurricanes, HOA costs. Sure, those contribute, but none of those explain 50% price collapses. That kind of drop is pure bubble behavior. Historically, storms or insurance spikes don't wipe out an entire region's housing market. What's happening here runs far deeper. If you search Twitter or online forums, you'll find countless first-hand stories of owners eating massive losses. One Canadian seller said it took nearly a year and 3 failed offers to finally sell his condo at a $175,000 loss, calling the market a complete freefall. The worst part? Most sellers still haven't accepted what's happening. They're pulling listings, refusing new price levels, or letting units sit indefinitely while hoping the market magically rebounds. But the truth is, many of these condos would require enormous price cuts just to budge. This is why so many people, myself included, believe the damage is far worse than what the price charts or automated valuations show. It's entirely possible that 50% declines are happening right now across multiple pockets of Southwest Florida, putting us right in line with the devastation of 2008. In real estate downturns, it often takes a year before sellers fully grasp the reality. Once they do, that's when panic hits. Right now, the market is frozen. Everyone knows something is wrong. No one understands just how bad it truly is. Owners still cling to last year's prices, while insurance premiums, HOA fees, and mortgage rates all push in the opposite direction. Even cash buyers are stepping back. What you're seeing, a slowdown, stale listings, stubborn sellers, is only the surface. Underneath, distressed owners are quietly taking steep losses. Investors are retreating. Condo financing is tightening, and every stalled sale drags down the next round of comparable prices. Most of the public-facing data, charts, automated estimates, reported sales, lags behind reality. And everything I've shown you is still just scratching the surface. On foreclosure.com, you can look up areas like Punta Gorda or Fort Myers and find dozens of condos marked as pre-foreclosure or bank-owned, units that never appear on Zillow or in mainstream stats. Just this week, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo popped up heading to auction next month. This is the kind of information investors are watching closely to stay ahead of the curve. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you own or are thinking about buying a condo in Florida, I want to hear your experience in the comments. Whether you're seeing price cuts, slower sales, unusual market shifts, or anything others should know. I'll highlight some of your insights in an upcoming video.